Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. This is the BMW iX. So a new key for this car. This is to unlock the car and this is to open the boot, and this is maybe for the hazard. It's a nice key, but a display key would be really very nice. Now from the front you can see it has this grille from the M3, M4 or the 4 series, and in terms of size this car is actually very similar to the X5, but the interior space is as much as an X7 and the boot space is as much as an X3. So a lot of mix and match, and they've also taken some inspiration from Volvo because this car has a limited top speed of 200 km per hour. Now straight away I'm not going to be opening the hood of the vehicle, which I usually do, because it does not open. Yes, that's right, because the electric motor at the front for the front axle is actually placed here and it does not open. So how do you put washer fluid? Well, you press the BMW logo like this, and this is where the washer fluid actually goes. Quite nice and quite unique as well. The grille does not look nice at all, to be very honest, and it is so long because it has got a slew of radars and sensors in the center panel here. A lot of radars and sensor in this car because it has got ADAS. So forward collision warning, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, all of that is there in this car. But here are the sensors. Now in case there are some scratches or stuff like that, there's no issue because it has got self-healing properties. In fact, it's also getting the heating function, so in case you're driving in snow, it can melt the snow or something of that sort over here, so that the radars and the cameras and all that can function properly. Now you can see the design of this car is not really very attractive at the front. In fact, front, side and rear profiles have been designed by separate teams altogether. That's how I get the feeling, and that one has a different sort of a design. We'll come to that in a bit. So aggressive sort of a concept car appeal, but not the most appealing car in terms of aesthetics. Here you obviously get front parking sensors. The bumper is like really very aggressive. Towing hook and aerodynamics. I mean, that is a functional air vent. So Faisal Khan's fingers of truth are really happy with that. Slim lights, these are Bmw Laser Lights. I've turned on the hazard lights at the moment, but yeah, you get this blue tinge in the lights, of course, and it says Bmw Laser right there. Lights are actually quite nice, look beautiful. Only thing is the grille could be a lot more attractive, and you can see the amount of cuts and creases on this car. That's also really nice. In fact, stock tire size is actually 21 on this car, but this one is on 22 inches, 22-inch wheels, and you can see because of the design, it doesn't really look 22. It actually looks 21 to me. Tire size to 75, 40, 22. Blue colored brake calipers on this car, but doesn't say any M sort of a thing there. From the side, yeah, I was telling you, it looks like the X5 in terms of the size, because it's similar to the X5 in terms of length as well as width, but it is not as tall, so the height is lesser for better coefficient of drag. It has a 0.25 CD. You get a camera here for the 360-degree parking camera. Nice golden element which is carried on the doors as well. Yeah, you can see this. It's quite beautiful and nice too. And there are no roof rails as such, but there's this massive glass panel. It has the biggest glass, or rather biggest sunroof in any BMW car till date, and the slimmest lights in any BMW car till date. Okay, there is a charging box or something of that sort, the wall box, which actually will be given complimentary for initial customers. This is actually a 11 kilowatt AC fast charger which takes this car from 0 to 100% in around 7 hours. And let's just open this as well. This is where the charging happens, AC and DC, because DC fast charging makes charging really very quick. It says iX here. Lot of piano black finishing, BMW beautifully written there. In fact, the lights also do sort of a dance when you turn them on. However, the rear profile is not that attractive. You can see it might remind you of the, dare I say it, MG Hector. Okay, no exhaust on this car, so BMW sort of done this fakeish treatment. BMW never does fake exhaust, but here we are. Rear parking sensors. The camera is actually integrated here, and this comes out, sprays on the camera to clean the camera as well. There's a wiper, high mounted stop lamp. You can see the underbody, well, nicely concealed, and there is a towing hook here as well. Let me press this button to open the boot, and there opens the boot. Obviously gets a power tailgate, but you can see the light here. That's actually taking a lot of space. So 500 liter is the boot carrying capacity, which is actually less than the BMW X3, which has 550 liters, which is similar to the GLC as well as the Q5. And here, in order to recline the seat, you just press a button and there the seat goes down. So 12-volt charging socket, practical bits here for the luggage, and there's this strap as well. Meanwhile, there's some storage below, which is actually for the charging cable. Of course, you're going to keep the charging cable there. It also comes with a home charger, which takes years to charge. That's the reason BMW has not even told us about the same. You can remove this parcel shelf, but then where will you keep it? You have to keep it somewhere there. There's no dedicated place for the same, and power tailgate there it closes. I think the design is a hit or a mess. You might like it, it might grow over time with you, but I honestly do not like the grille. Still, let's get inside and see. Now it has got frameless doors. That's actually a good touch. And let me try and open the window. So I think the car is not powered right now, but the window doesn't go all the way down. Space is really very impressive at the rear. You know why? Because it gets a flat floor. Now it is based on the CLAR platform, which is the cluster architecture, which also underpins a lot of other BMW cars. That's the reason why this car is manufactured alongside ICE vehicles at BMW's German plant. And here there's space for accessories, 2 USB-C charging sockets, there's good amount of knee room and leg room. Under thigh support is just about adequate, and headroom is in plenty, like really plenty here. There is, what is this exactly? I think this is maybe a hook you can have. Oh, there's another hook, so very practical in that regard. Let's put this seat back into place. Isofix child seat mounts, but where are the anchors? Well, you can actually pull it like this. That's also very neatly done here. And here you get a center armrest with, let me open the cup holders. Why are they not opening? So cup holders have gone for a vacation. Cup holders here. And let's put this back. Now the center passenger gets a head, but the side passengers do not have a headrest which is adjustable. So fixed headrest inside this car. Only the center passenger has an adjustable headrest. So after shouting so many times that the center passenger does not get a head, finally someone has given the center passenger a head. And light placement on the top, nice glass area, so brings in a lot of light. In fact, this is a very spacious car. 3 people can comfortably sit inside, and I love the way the controls are for the doors. So if I want to open it, I press this button and there it opens. And notice the windows, okay? Windows go up and down as in when you close and open the door. Harman Kardon speakers. In fact, it's got 18 speakers, and speakers are integrated into the headrest as well. I think 2 speakers. If you opt for the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, that has a staggering 30 speakers with 4 speakers in the headrest. That is the dashboard design, completely new for a BMW car. No height adjustable seat belts here, which is kind of disappointing. AC vents in the center, AC vents here as well, and AC controls right there too. 4-zone climate control, air conditioning. In fact, you can see there's good amount of leg room here. That is amazing. A knee room would not be the best because of this protruding center console, and magazine holders as well with this sort of a design treatment which is very symmetrical. Hard plastics plenty right there. So I was telling you about the charging options. So DC fast charging, it can do 150 kilowatt DC fast charging, which will take a year or two. Not really, it is very fast. I'll tell you why it will take a year or two, because it's not available in India. In India, I think most of them are 50 kilowatt fast chargers. The maximum is 50 kilowatt. You obviously get frameless doors. That's the reason I've actually kept the window down, and there you can see it looks so beautiful with the window down. Let's get inside. So I was telling you about the charging options. Now DC fast charging will take this from 10 to 80% in just 31 minutes, but in India we have got 50 kilowatt DC fast charging, which will take it from 10 to 80% in 73 minutes. And BMW is like, you know, in 10 minutes you can go for 100 kilometer range by using a 150 kilowatt DC fast charger, or using a 50 kilowatt DC fast charger. It takes 21 minutes for the same. So here, to lock the car, unlock the car, this is to open the door. And then BMW has done a Mercedes. We tell Mahindra keeps doing a Mercedes, but hey, BMW has done it. Crystal effect, but all the controls are here, not here anymore, which was usually the case with BMW cars. Memory seats, you can save up to 2 people settings. And these are the controls for the power windows, of course, and this is for the outside rear view mirror adjustment. Door pockets are actually big enough. This is to open the boot of the vehicle, and you get a proper dead pedal there. These are the controls for the lights here, and soft touch material. They've actually used a ton of sustainable materials on this car, just to make sure that it's super eco-friendly, not in terms of running costs, but also in terms of manufacturing. And adjustable headrest is not there at the front, but a nice treatment here. Seats are super duper comfortable, really very nice. Let's get inside. Let me close the door, and yeah, so it has got soft door close. So here I'm not going to push it in, and yeah, there it pulls it inside. We have to get out to show see that again, and you can see the sustainable materials on this car. So here I am just going to put it like this, and there it pulls it inside to close it. That's also a nice touch. The door handle is also pretty nice touch, plushed ones, and of course you've got a blind spot monitor here as well. Let's get inside. Oh my god, this is an absolute new, brand new dashboard. Okay, taking its own sweet time for this thing to go up, but never mind. So here we are, frameless inside rear view mirror, which is obviously auto dimming. Let's shut this. There's so much space here that's obnoxious. And to open the glove box, there's a button here, and there opens the glove box, which is not that big, but there's a light on the inside, and there's this eco-friendly badging as well. Cabin is so freaking wide. Okay, below the front center armrest, there's storage space. Oh my god, this is actually deep. Well, that's what she said. There's this wood trim here with very tastefully done controls. Again, crystal effect on the volume control, as well as the iDrive controller, as well as the gas selector and the start-stop button, start engine stop button, auto hold function, electric parking brake. Okay, this is to get into the parking camera, this is to get into the modes, navigation, telephone, media. Everything is very nicely done, and it gets a massive roof. Like, look at the size of this roof. It is humongous. But you can see I pressed a button and things changed because it has got the BMW Sky Lounge. There is no there is no panel which closes or opens or a visor. Okay, instead you just press a button, and with electrochromatic stuff, they actually are able to blind it, similar to what Mercedes has in the Maybach series. Now the dashboard is humongous, like really very huge. Light controls on the top. Here you obviously get mirror and a light, but you don't get extended visors. Same is the case here as well, but you get microphones on the top, of course. Now here you can see this is a beautiful screen. This is 12.3 inch in size. This is 14.9. It's a curved display. Everything is driver oriented, and you get a hexagonal steering wheel, which is 2-spoke. Hello Skoda Kodiaq. Sorry, not Kodiaq. It is actually the Kushaq and the Octavia, and obviously the Kodiaq might also get something similar. Controls for the cruise control, for the audio system and stuff like that. These are the controls for the wiper. These are controls for the indicators. And here, I mean, there are no buttons. 50% of the buttons have been given a Tata bye-bye. These are the controls for the air conditioning, but that's about it. Everything is in this curved display only. There is a place to keep your key as well, and then there is storage space here along with a wireless charging pad, two USB-C charging sockets, 12-volt charging socket, 2 cup holders. My goodness, the cabin feels really wide and awesome. Says I in the center. Now this is such a slick system. In fact, BMW says this has 20 times the computing power of previous BMW cars, and it has also got 5G connectivity, which is something rare because in terms of luxury cars, this is one of the first few ones to have 5G connectivity. You can see the dashboard design is super duper crazy. The glass area is also humongous. The dashboard is a little low, so you can get a good view of what's around. And thankfully they have made a lot of changes here, so I'm just going to get into my modes right now. And you have got personal, sport and efficient, so you can actually change all this. And oh my god, this is like really very loaded, very slick system. In fact, I need to get into the reverse parking camera. My BMW route preview, you name it, is crazy loaded. And look at the navigation. Yeah, wow, fantabulous. Okay, air conditioning controls are here. You can get into climate menu, and then ventilated seats, heated seats, all that information as well. I love this screen. It's so amazing. Okay, air conditioning has been turned on. How do we turn it off? Which means I have to get into the climate menu. Okay, let's just shut this. It's going to make this noise for a moment. That's the problem. That is the problem when you do not have physical control. So I've just turned it off at the moment. Wow, this is like really nice. So whatever mistakes BMW made, they have actually resolved here with the, not with the infotainment system, but with the instrument cluster, because this one is better. Now here you can get into seat comfort. You can keep this pressed and you can move it around. So it's very smartphone-ish. You can see live vehicle charging modes, a lot of stuff here as well. And this is the start button. There you can see when it turns on, it gives you that display. I'm just going to change the mode so I can show you what all is there. So let's get into sport. Yeah, the display changes there, like really very funky. In fact, we will get into reverse right away, and that is the reverse parking camera. You can obviously get into multiple modes for the same as well. So I think one of the most beautiful and amazing reverse parking cameras I have seen, like really amazing. In fact, let me get into other views. So plenty of views, panorama view, wow. Get into more, and then you can get a 3D view. Let's get into 3D view because that is the most amazing one. Obviously it's got gesture control as well, and along with gesture control, how can I forget, this car also has voice commands which work flawlessly well. So we're just going to get into neutral at the moment. Here we are, just going to park. I'm just going to take you to the cluster because I need to get into the drive modes again, and we're going to get into efficient. So that is the one. I think it's much better than before, and then I can browse through a lot of information here as well. So that is actually giving me the front parking sensors, self-park, you name it. This car is loaded with a ton of features. I really have to sit through to understand the system because it's super duper loaded here. I'm just going to turn off the car, and when we turn off the car, it says goodbye, charging immediately 100%. So this is actually the xDrive40, which is not the trim. I mean, this is actually the engine or the battery variant, because trim would be M Sport or Luxury Line or Sport Line or whatever you want to call it. This one actually produces, how much? 76.6 kilowatt hour battery is there in this car. Produces these 26 horsepower and 630 Newton meters of torque. Result is 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.1 seconds. But very unfortunate it is that the top speed is limited to 200 kilometers per hour. There's an xDrive40 as well. Let's do one thing. Let's get to the car on the other side. So I'm just going to get outside, and okay, this is how you open the door. And when I do it, it shows me exactly. The graphics are like next level amazing. Okay, everything feels super awesome. This is wood and everything is sort of sustainable. Interior is mind-blowing to say the least. So we are just going to walk to the other side with the car, the other car, and then once it goes inside, it puts the window up as well. So that one is not as flamboyant. You can see uska jo front hai, it's not having all that funky treatment which you have seen in the car there. So that's like really customized with a lot of optional bits. Here you just get this blue thingy at the front, this blue line running to the side. These wheels are also very different because these wheels happen to be smaller in terms of size. So yeah, these are actually 21 inches. So 255 50 21s, my choice for sure in terms of being better for Indian road conditions. And it's not as flamboyant. This has all this bronze treatment, golden treatment. This is like sort of chrome or silver or whatever that is. Nobody's interested in this car. Everyone is like walking towards that one. Let's open the boot of this vehicle, press this button, and there it goes up. Okay, this kind of reminds me of the Rolls Royce somehow. I don't know why. Okay, let's just shut this. I'm just going to quickly show you the interior of this car before we end this vlog, of course. And the seat material is very sustainable. I don't think this is leather. This kind of fabric and blue seat belts look really very nice. And then you can see the dashboard also is slightly different here. So the basics are the same. In fact, BMW says this is the new 8th generation of the iDrive system, which is fantastic. Very slick. I love the material on the dashboard. And you know what? It has got a heads-up display, but the whole unit is kind of hidden. So they have this thing called shy control or something of that sort. Okay, which is having a lot of hidden stuff, like the cameras are hidden, not the cameras but the spray which comes for the cameras, that is hidden. The heads-up display is hidden. Dashboard design looks really very nice. I love the curved display on the car. I think it is super duper amazing. For the driver, of course, BMW says everything is driver centric. Okay, the door won't close because it doesn't have soft door close and doesn't have that sort of crystal treatment here. Okay, it at least has it here. The volume control is really very nice. Materials are absolutely phenomenal in this car. So let's do one thing. Let's get outside from here. Close message. Okay, vehicle key missing, it says. So let's, okay, I understood. You don't have to tell me multiple times about the same. Yeah, what a slick system. Gives you all the data too. So it has got connected car tech, but they've not got the xDrive40, which has got more power, more torque, bigger battery. I think the battery is almost 111 kilowatt hour. That's amazing, but they've given us the low trim, which means they're planning to price this aggressively. I think the price would be on par with the I-Pace as well as the EQC and the e-tron, so should be around 1.3 crores is my guesstimate. But they should have got the xDrive40 because more performance. In fact, it goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.6 seconds, and the range of the xDrive40 happens to be 425 kilometers. The claimed one, of course, in the real world, you should get somewhere around 350 to 400, which is quite impressive as well. So guys, this is a quick look of the BMW iX. Okay, don't really like the design, love the interiors, performance and all would be good, of course, but BMW says they've done a lot of weight saving on this car. They've used carbon CRFP or something, CRPF, carbon fiber reinforced plastic. They have used thermoplastics and a lot of stuff to reduce the weight, but still it weighs a staggering 2,500 kgs. And on that disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this vlog, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. Before we end, let me ask Noreen, how did she like the car? Did you like the car?
I loved it.
She loved the car. My birthday is coming and it's time to end.